Hi everyone, my name is Mary and I am a producer for Paparazzi Accessories. I'm also the team lead for Papa's Golden Girls, so shout out to you ladies. I am just hopping on today. I'm doing a super short video. I'm hoping to make this actually kind of like a weekly thing to do training videos, not only for my girls, but for anybody who is their downline, their downline, and so on with that, or anybody who wants to take advantage of any of my videos. So for today's video, just to make it kind of a priority, which I find to be super like at the top as a priority on my team, I thought it would be super important for me to hit on the topic of preparing your future consultants for success. So I wanted to kind of go through my top 10 tips on how you can prepare for your consultants to get on board on your team, and what I have found most helpful for getting my girls involved with my Papa's Golden Girls team. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you ever have any comments or questions, then go ahead and leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So the first thing that I want to start off with, and I have my little cue card, so if you see me looking down, that's why, because it's not always up in my noggin. The first thing is that I would strongly recommend just to be, first of all, excited for them. Nothing is more of a downer than when you have a leader that is not excited for you to join their team. Like, really? You want to be excited, just as excited as you were to get your kit in the mail, right? So be excited for them, show them that you are ready to support them and that you are prepared to follow them on this journey, because nothing is worse than having a leader who is not there to support you, okay? So congratulate them on joining and share the excitement with them. It can simply just be a message to them. It can be a phone call, whatever it is, okay? Next. So number 2, do not overwhelm them with information. And this is so important. So my upline did really well at this. She didn't just like feed me information. She just started off by sending me my website link. So the first thing she did was send me my paparazziaccessories.com/204667, which is my consultant ID. She sent me over my consultant ID and my website, and that's where she started. She said, hey, this is your website. People can shop off of here for free. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know that you got a free website, because being me, I don't always read everything, which is not a good thing, but that was super helpful for me, and it helped for me to kind of do like a kickstart and just kind of go from there. So that is the first thing I recommend, is don't overwhelm them. Maybe just start with like a website, and then once they respond to that, keep going with the information, okay? Number 3, let them know you have a team page, okay? So this is a little different if you're just starting out. Maybe it's your first consultant who's signing up underneath you. You don't have many downlines, whatever it might be, that's a little bit different. But if you have a team page already, girl, boy, whatever, add them to your page. If you're not adding them to your page, they're not aware of what's going on your team, then it's going to be really difficult for them to kind of follow along with everything that's going on, and for them to stay up to date with challenges, with information, trainings, all sorts of things. So always make sure you add them to your team page, and not only to your team page, but also to your upline's team pages as well, right? So that kind of goes into my next point here, is number 4, make sure they know who your upline is, who your upline's upline is, and so on and so forth, because say you're not available, say that you're out sick, whatever it might be, like if I wasn't available, my team would have to go to my upline. If she wasn't available, they'd have to go to her upline. Right, you always want to make sure that they have somebody that they can go to with their questions, so they don't feel out of the loop with everything. Got it? So that's number 4. So send them, I would say, like over the team page name and then who the moderator of it is and who the upline is, just so that they can get an idea of who they can contact. Number 5, I would say this was super helpful for the people who are local to me. Just offer a dual live for their very first live. So say you get your kit in and they're like 15-20 minutes away from you, maybe just offer, hey, when you come in, or when your kit comes in, not when you come in, excuse me. When your kit comes in, if you want, we can do a dual live. I know they can be super scary. I know for me, what I had done is I actually taped up like different words that I could use to describe the jewelry because I was super nervous. You can send them over tips and all that, but it's really helpful when you have somebody who's more of an expert in the area of jewelry who comes over and can just give them insight and help moderate with everything. So that might just be something that'd be great. And if you can't do a dual live, then what you can do is do a split screen live, which would be super helpful as well, where you could show one piece, they could show one piece, and go back and forth that way. So that's just another idea. Number 6, it would be just send them training videos. So if you have a brand new consultant who hasn't done any research, thankfully a lot of my girls were like, you know what, I need to know everything. I want to be able to have as much information as possible. But if you have somebody who's coming in and they are like, you know what, I actually just went to your website, I bought my $99 kit, here I am, you're like, oh, okay. What you're going to want to do is make sure that you have training videos that you can send to them, either from your group, from your uplines, or from somebody that you trust that is a paparazzi consultant. So I would recommend for number 6 that you send them over some training videos like what to expect in your starter kit, or how to get viewers, or Facebook algorithms, whatever it might be, just to help them get prepared. Number 7 is always be available, and you guys can probably hear my dog scratching in the background. I'm so sorry. I'm home alone. Husband's not here. God help me. Always be available for questions and to assure them that it's not a hassle for them to actually come and ask you questions. So this is a huge thing that I hear from my team all the time is like, I don't want to come to you with all my questions because I feel like I'm a bother. Girl, you're not a bother. It's literally my job as your team lead for me to help answer these questions, because I wouldn't be where I'm at right now in the company if I wasn't good at what I do. So I want to make sure that I'm answering your questions and that I'm moving forward with everything, because I don't want you to fail. I don't want your business to fail. I want you to feel confident. So come to me with your questions and I'm going to answer them as best as I can. If I can't, I'm going to go to my lead and ask her the question, and so on and so forth with that. So this is a business. This is so, so important to remember. This is a business. Yes, it can be a hobby. Yes, it can be for fun in your spare time, but this is a side hustle. You need to keep it professional. You need to make sure that you're answering them and not just leaving your team in the dark. That is not professional at all. All right. Number 8, after my rant right there, explain how to set up PayPal or some form of like a payment system, and also some form of a shipment system as well. For me, I use PayPal and it works really well for me because I get all of my payments through PayPal or through Facebook Messenger. It goes directly to my PayPal, and then I can print off all of my shipping labels from there, from directly on my little Canon printer that I have at home. What I was doing is I was getting all of my payments to PayPal, and then I would have to go all the way to USPS, a store, and then they would print me the labels and ship it out. I eventually just cracked and I bought myself a printer. I can write it off on my taxes for Paparazzi since this is a small owned business. So that helped for me in the long run to save time and money. Oh my gosh, if you do not do that, please go buy a printer today. Like, just go on Facebook Marketplace, I don't even care, and get yourself a cheap printer. You'll save so much money. So that's number 8. Number 9 is make sure that you encourage them to make a travel bling kit. I don't know if you do this yourself or not, but oh my gosh, it is amazing. And you can even make it with your starter kit as well. So the big black starter kit box that you get, what I had actually done was I just glued in one of the the bubble wraps that I had gotten in the kit, just so I could hold like some pens, paper, and then also some bags in there just to kind of keep in the front, and I could just pull it out when I needed it. And then I just covered like the bottom with jewelry, with all the accessories, with some kids items that I eventually ordered, and I was able to separate it out really nicely. Eventually what I did is I went to this super cute thrift store, and I actually have it with me right here. I went and I got this like cute little painter's box, and I just put the Paparazzi logo on top of it. And then inside, it might be kind of hard for me to hold up. Inside what I did is I glued on a ton of little clips in there, and then on the bottom I have all of my necklaces and then hair accessories, and the clips are holding up all of the earrings. It works so well, and it really helps for it just to be kind of like your little traveling showcase. Great way for you to take it to work, out to go shopping if you don't want to buy a bling bag right away. And then number 10, and my last kind of piece of advice, is make sure that you keep them aware of what's going on with paparazzi. This is so important. Helps out with promotions, helps out with challenges that are going on in the company, and then also with daily releases. So a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize there are daily releases Monday through Friday. Girl, yes, like get on that too. It's typically Eastern time around 3 o'clock. So always checking for daily releases and make sure that they are aware what daily releases help with, which would be their PV, overall volume for your team, and that they're aware of all of those factors as well, and how that just plays in with the whole paparazzi aspect of things. And I'm going to be doing a video on that as well, what PV, OV, how that all contributes to paparazzi in general. So if you have any questions, like I said, or any comments, then please let me know. This was just supposed to be a super simple video, and I really appreciate you guys watching this. If you guys want any future videos about any specific topics in the meantime, just let me know in the comments below, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and go Papa's Golden Girls. Bye, everyone. Thank you.